don't belong. Sometimes I wish I wasn't born. Cry tears, burning to ashes. Oh, I wish they could come true when I need them the most.
Yes. YES. That's what my kids would say to me when they want something. But I am so happy to be here, happy to be alive, energetic. I feel the vibes. I've got good artists today. I don't know about you. I hope you're gonna be. I hope you're gonna be or are as excited as I am today to have these artists come to my studios this morning. I am so happy. It's a Tuesday. Usually the shows it used to be on Mondays, and I guess my producers realized that Thabisa is no good for Mondays, so they moved me to Tuesdays. But then now I'm doing it every Tuesday instead of bi-weekly on Mondays. Now I'm doing it every Tuesday. So come chill with me every Tuesday if you want something to do in the mornings, or if you want to get revived, if you want your spirits to be high, come to the show, Thabisa and Friends, here on WNHH 103.5 FM. Woo! A lot is happening. Let me just check in with you guys out there. I know you're listening in. And even if you're not now, but probably later you will. But how are you doing? How are you doing? I must say I'm feeling good, okay? Sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm dragging. I'm not feeling so great. But you know what? If you feel good, say you feel good. It's okay to feel good, as much as it's okay to not to feel good, right? But today, I just want to say gratitude. Gratitude to life, gratitude to love, gratitude to humanity, gratitude to music. So today I brought you some cool musicians with such a beautiful sound that when people perform and you're like, I've never heard this before, but it just resonates with me. I can relate. It talks to me. I'm bringing you those musicians, okay? So today I have 3 musicians and one other guest whom I will introduce a little bit later on. We're going to talk city folk. We're going to talk music. We're going to talk concerts today. And there's one coming up this weekend on March 6th at the State House. But we'll talk a little bit more later on because there's someone here to talk a little bit in depth about that, what's going to be happening. So today I have Godwynn, excuse me. They are a New Haven-based musician and activist who seeks to create moments and spaces of healing through their music, from singing with local favorites, Fat Astronaut, my favorite, to putting out a solo EP. Ro continues to establish herself as a performer, lyricist, and sonic healer. And also we have the Moon Shells, of course, that draw from the traditional music of Appalachia, Louisiana, West Africa, and elsewhere to create a new sound. They will be performing as a stripped-down trio, and they are ready to move hearts and feet. I cannot wait for that. Stephen Kellogg as as well is here today. I know he's a busy man, but you know what? I am honored that he could make it today, this morning. He is a New England native and author, and has performed more than 2,000 concerts around the world. His most recent writing work with a legendary guitarist Robert Randolph led to a Grammy nomination for a contemporary blues record. Kellogg's newest studio album, Objects in the Mirror, was recorded over the course of a single week in Nashville, Tennessee, and produced by Will Hodge. I hope I'm saying his name correctly. But and also this coming Saturday, March 16th, we have Caravan of Thieves, but then they're not here today. But their music is also beautiful. It's got a bit of like a gypsy jazz rhythm. I'm gonna introduce them, because I feel like, they deserve to be heard as well. Because you are gonna come and see and get that ticket to see them on Saturday. So welcome everybody. Welcome, 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 welcome. Welcome to my home. Good to see you. Good to see you. So you know what? I'm gonna introduce a little bit of my lady here. I wanted to tell us a little bit what is going to be happening, because I know she is like the one who's pulling all the strings, and getting everybody together. She is Nicole, the event director. Nicole Herod Mikula. She's an entrepreneur, businesswoman, and she is a community builder. Nicole, we are here. What's happening?
Hi, I'm so happy to be here with you all this morning. And can you hear me good too? I live for these AirPods, AirBuds, whatever they're called. Just love them. I do want to share that lovely human behind Stephen Kellogg.
Thank you.
Eric Donnelly. Eric Donnelly. The mask does not hide his entire being. He is a Connecticut native and a founding member of the Alternate Roots, who actually played the CT Folk Fest and Green Expo in, last year didn't exist, so 2019. Right. Yeah, so they were direct support of our headliner, Martin Sexton. It was pretty incredible. And when I heard, briefly, just as a quick story, like when I heard Stephen, I was chatting with Stephen's manager, Jessica, and we were chatting about just, my love for, overall love for Eric as an artist, and talking about just good people in Connecticut-based artists. And then she literally was like, the next day, she's like, they're going to play together that night. I'm like, yes. I'm like, that just worked out beautifully for me.
Perfect. So March 6th, what's happening?
So March 6th is Homegrown Folk. It was born out of, not the need, but the want to really shine a light on all, where our roots began, where our nonprofit roots began. And that is New Haven. I think as a larger festival as CT Folk, but in the past years, we've been a nonprofit for over 3 decades now. We tend to, book, out of state artists, whatever they may be. And the thing is, we are so lucky and fortunate to be among some of, I would say, being in this industry now for the last 10 years, probably the most talented group of artists. I don't want to set anybody aside, but we are so incredibly fortunate.
Yes.
So incredibly fortunate. And our goal is to bring together a diverse group of sounds, of humans, to appeal to all communities. And our goal is to be accessible. So, as we pivoted in this past year, everybody's been trying to figure it out, right? And we're all getting a little, virtual fatigue. But there is something so special that is going to take place this Saturday. And we're also focusing on the beauty of live streaming from the State House directly in New Haven. Yeah, I'm psyched. I mean, I feel extra lucky because while we are going to be creating an incredibly safe environment, minimal changeovers, no backline, separate sound checks, like I'm going to get to
Mm.
watch it all. I'm going to get to see it all. You're going to hear me in the back just screaming, one person. You
Right.
know, so with that said, the lineup is Ro Godwin, the Moonshells, the Caravan of Thieves duo, which is Fuzz and Carrie, and then closing the evening is Stephen Kellogg with special guest Eric Donnelly. Um, we are on a suggested donation only. As I mentioned, we want to be accessible to everyone. We want music to be able, we want our music and all music to, you know, to be as accessible and as present as possible.
Right, right,
With that said, we welcome your donations. It's a $20 suggested donation, but give whatever you can.
right,
And a little secret to all the viewers today, it is streaming on Facebook Live, so it will be open. The link is
right.
open to anyone.
Beautiful,
Um,
beautiful.
and that's it. We kick off at 4 p.m.
Yes. 4 p.m., March 6th. We're going to have Ro Godwin. We're going to have Stephen Kellogg. We're going to have the Moonshells and the Caravan of Thieves. I don't know about you, but I'm sold. Okay. For $20, I'm sold. And in fact,
Oh,
like
please.
Nicole said, Nicole says you give what you can, so that it's sort of anybody who may feel like, you know what, COVID is hitting me hard, but I want to see a show to soothe my soul. Listen, $5, it doesn't matter. Do that. We're not gonna turn you back. But I'm gonna go right straight to you, Stephen, because I know you have a lot going on right now, doing your rehearsals and everything. I wanted to know, tell us a little bit about yourself quickly, who you are, because I don't want you to feel like I'm keeping you here, but tell us who you. Perfect. Okay, perfect.
I don't feel kept at all. We obviously, you can see Eric and I are here in our masks because we rarely see each other, so we're having so
Right.
much fun today. I
Oh,
love
I'm happy.
here for this rehearsal today. But no, I mean, Eric, I've been, obviously playing for 2 decades now, and I'm so I've been grateful to have the job as long as I've had it, and the last record I made, Eric and I co-wrote so much of it together and worked on it together, and so
Wow.
I mean, we can't wait. It's going to be. I have continued doing virtual shows throughout the year, but
Right.
it's so special to kind of get to share the energy of a musician, another great musician that I enjoy, see
Absolutely.
acts, and so I'm looking forward to seeing.
What's the name of the album?
The album's called Objects in the Mirror. Um, and there's a book that goes with it that is
Right.
thoughts on a perfect life from an imperfect person.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so it's been fun to kind of share some of those ideas from the book and play the music, and yeah.
That's very interesting. Like that you delve into. Like now you're an author now. We no longer gonna say you're a singer songwriter. We're gonna say singer songwriter slash author. So you just edited a bit to your career, to your resume. But can you tell us a little bit about what's this inspiration with this album? What inspired this album, and having to do the book alongside with it? What are people looking forward to when they?
Well, the first thing I would tell you about that is that it turns out writing a book is a lot harder than I gave it credit for being. So that was a very humbling experience, because I actually sort of announced, like, hey, I'm going to do this. I'm going to put out a book and an album, and mercifully the album came together quite easily
Right.
in a shorter period of time. But a lot of what this new stuff that I've written is about arriving at middle age and coming to terms with the ambitions you had that maybe didn't pan out the way you thought they would, but finding some peace with that, and figuring out what you're going to do now. It's like we all get into these situations where you have a plan. And I think we can all relate to this because of the last year. You have a plan of where you're going and what you're doing, and suddenly the universe kind of shifts, and that doesn't happen. And you can either curl up in the fetal position at that point, or you can adapt. And a lot of the material that I've been writing about in the last few years has been about like, okay, so what are we going to do with what has transpired in our life? You know,
that is beautiful. That I can totally relate to that, Stephen, and I'm sure a lot of our viewers out there can relate as well, and especially within like last year's pandemic. This is a year exactly when we're all scrambling for toilet paper, right? So yeah. So like we are happy that we don't have to run around looking for toilet paper and bleach and everything in between to keep ourselves sanitized, because we know now we have some sense of direction what to do to keep ourselves safe, like you guys are doing right now, and I can appreciate that, as well as like we just life without the pandemic. Life is a very intricate, complex maze to work around. So having music like you three here that always brings us back to our humanity really is appreciated. So, and I'm sure our viewers feel the same way as I do, that I can appreciate you guys and what you guys do and put in the efforts you put, the emotions and your life stories that you put in there, and we can relate to those things and heal from that. So Steve, I want to know, what should we expect from you on Saturday? Because I know I'm going to be in this house with my babies. We're going to be here in my hubby, and we're going to be dancing. I want to dance. I want to cry. I want to do all sorts of things. I want to feel. What are you going to bring us on Saturday?
That's good. I think that'll happen. I'm actually, after 20 years on the road, I have four daughters, and I don't know what they're going to do without me in the house for one day. This has been like 0 to 60. But no, I mean, a lot of what we try to do with the show, I think Eric and I are both committed to this, is to open hearts with the music. But I also love to tell a story. I'm not afraid to talk, and I feel like a laugh is maybe the only thing that I'd put above a song. Like, I just feel like the ability to find humor even in difficult situations has been such a godsend the last year. So the show is usually a mix of stories that will hopefully amuse, if not inspire, one or the other, and then we try to, with the music, we try to bring heart opening, I think you'll get a full spectrum of emotions. Like,
okay.
I think we can do that. We can do it. We're taking the challenge and running with it.
I'm happy to hear that. I'm really happy to hear that. So, and we're gonna pull up your video right now, and I want to tell you, when I was listening to Love Me As I Am, I could, sometimes when we're working, okay, this, you go through things and you don't want to pay, you don't that you don't want to, but you can't pay so much attention, but then you want to browse through. I couldn't browse through, like all of your guys' music. I couldn't browse through. I had to listen to the whole entire thing. And I could feel this feeling of, I'm connecting here. You are talking to me, all of you, in different ways. I saw a bit of like when I saw the Moonshell's video, it just brought me back to why I love community and why I love humanity. And then when I saw your video, I connected with my own life, and it sent me in all sorts of directions. And then Rose as well. I'm like, wait, is this like a trap? Like, is City Folk trying to trap us? Is this like, this lineup is just really amazing. It's sizzling. So I'm gonna ask Harry if he can pull up your video so we can share what I saw on your video, Love Me As I Am. And then Steve. Okay.
When your mouth is grown bloody from biting on your tongue, when you've suffered accusations, when they say that you're the one who has robbed them of some magic they believe belonged to them. There's a cadence in the background, sounds like I don't give a damn, but I know you do, and I do too. So if you're gonna love me as I am. Don't try to change me, 'cause I'm not that kind of man. And the only thing I really know is it hurts too much to be alone. So if you're gonna love me, love me as I am. If you're gonna love me like a book you'd only open whenever there was time. The words upon my pages, they fade before your eyes. Why did you use the word forever if you were only stopping by? It's okay, it's fine, whatever lies. So if you're gonna love me as I am. Don't try to change me, 'cause I'm not that kind of man. And the only thing I really know is it hurts too much to be alone. So if you're gonna love me, love me as I am. If you're gonna love me, love me as I am. If you're gonna love me, love me as I am. And the only thing I still don't know is if you could let your heartache go. But if you're gonna love me, love me as I am. Love me as I am. Love me as I am.
Yikes! Yikes! Talk about me pulling my grandmama's panties right now so that I do not cry. I am just telling you now, a beautiful song, beautiful lyrics. Music is such a deep thing. It's such a deep. I don't have the words for it, but it's such a healing tool that reaches in spaces that no medicine can. That music is what we need right now. And I'm sure Rose like, I'm gonna cry.
I'm doing my best to hold it together in this moment. That was beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Need you guys around more often. My kids beat me down throughout the day. This is really nice.
No, that was a really beautiful. So now, before I let you go, I'm going to let you go. If you want to, or you can hang out with us, and I can ping pong back if you have any thoughts that come up. Should we have the time? But I want to make sure that I give all these other artists that are here with us today a chance to share their music as well. Tell us about that song. What inspired it?
Well, actually, so and I didn't even know that video was going to happen. But "Love Me as I Am" it was one of only 2 songs that I actually released last year, because obviously we weren't in the studios and stuff. But it's that feeling that I think the vast majority of us wake up every day and you try,
right?
Aware of your shortcomings, and you're aware of the things that aren't great, and
right.
A lot of times you turn that inwards and you hate on yourself, or you feel a level of frustration, and I think last year we all just kind of needed a little bit of grace towards others and towards ourselves, for just like, hey, it's okay not to be perfect. And that's, I'm 44 and I'm sort of kind of getting that now.
Yeah, right.
It's okay. So I thought that would be a use. It was one of the only songs I had recorded and hadn't released. And so I decided to release it last year. And I've only played it a few times, so I was even surprised to see that video from one of the streams. But I, that's my hope, is that people will, see it and affirm, not just with others, but with themselves too. Like, it's okay to be whoever you are.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Stephen. That was beautiful. Keep on doing what you do, and keep on healing us, and keep on inspiring us by living your best life in the best way you know how. You are listening to Thabisa and Friends here on WNHH 103.5 FM. It's a Tuesday. Every Tuesday, 11 a.m. I'm here and bring you the best of the best, bring you the most current, and bring you the realest people that I know. So I'm happy to be here with these guests today. I'm going to talk a little bit with Ro right now, and I know Ro fans are like sitting there like, okay, Ro, tell us, we are waiting. We are waiting for you. Ro, what's happening? EP, I saw you've been doing wonderful events this past week. What's happening? Tell us what's happening, and who are you a little bit for those who don't know you.
A lot, yo. A lot is happening. I feel overwhelmed and very grateful for just everyone who's received my new EP, The Godwynn Experience Volume 2.
Right.
Yeah, I think that most of all, people who've listened have reached out telling me incredible things like, oh, like I was kind of like having a moment, like, oh, I'm a little insecure, like, am I as far in my career as I need to be, But I was getting messages saying like, oh, hey, like this song helped me facilitate a conversation with my partner, or this song helped me to cry for the first time in a year. So I'm really grateful, first of all, to be here, and I'm grateful to have heard so many accounts like this. So it's been really a whirlwind of emotion when it comes to just observing how my music is being received. So
Right.
yeah, that's pretty much, yeah. And a little bit about me. My name is Ro Godwynn, and I am an artist.
Yeah. You're an artist, a beautiful human being all around. Ro, I remember seeing you perform, with like as I said, I mentioned earlier on, with Fat Astronaut, and I thought, oh, the only girl in the band. Okay, all right. But then also, and then gradually starting to see you on your own, and I thought, well, wait, you have something there. I didn't know there was you were a ball of talent, but in a quiet way, like not too loud, just like, I am there. Watch me, So now from that time, when I've been seeing you like at Cafe Nines and all these other places, and now I've seen a growth, the steady growth. How are you feeling? How are you feeling in your career as you progress? Are you feeling like you're getting to know what you want to do, or getting to know yourself? Because knowing your music and yourself is one of the same thing, really.
Mm-hmm.
Your art.
I feel like just this process has given me an opportunity to, I guess, learn more about myself and be okay with who I am as a person. I think that when I was with Fat Astronaut, I love them to death. But I think that for me, like, I felt like, oh, this is like who I have to be, and this is what music should sound like, and this is how audiences should respond to me. I still remember doing my very first show with music that I had produced, like, by myself. I still produce all of my own stuff. And I remember just like singing, and the audience was very quiet and nobody was saying anything. And I remember being like, oh no, I'm bombing this. Like, I'm not loud enough. I'm not this enough, As it turns out, people were just listening.
Processing, taking it in.
Just sharing the moment with me. And now that I understand, I don't think that I would have it any other way. I really love just sharing space and sharing like emotions with people, and giving people an opportunity or like a setting with which they can like process their own emotions as well. And sometimes that's not going to be loud, and that's okay.
Right. And then what inspired this EP that people are talking about right now?
Honestly, my own experiences. I talked a little bit about it with Salwa we had a little Connecticut Versus event, because they also came out with new music. And as we were talking, I think it dawned upon me while I was writing this EP that I mentioned at that event, that I will mention here, the fact that like I'm discovering that paradoxically, the more specific you are with your emotions, the more universal they become. Like, I feel like it's okay to write a song about like a sad day or whatever, but it's just like, okay, like everybody's been sad, but like it doesn't really hit. But like then you have like breakup songs or like songs about separation, songs about grief that are very much universal, but also hit a different set of emotions.
Absolutely, absolutely. So Harry is going to pull up your song so that we can actually show people, so they could listen to what we're talking about here, because we're talking about music that really heals. And then when we do come back from your song, tell me how you connect healing to your music and why you encourage self-healing and self-care. But if you could just find that song for us, Harry. And I wanted to apologize again on the Steve and Steven song.
Every night I pray I find what went wrong. I put it on myself, but I've put it on myself for too long. Watch it an echo chamber sound like from the outside. I know this is not where I belong. Draw closer to me. Every night I pray I find what went wrong. Every night I pray I find what went wrong. But I put it on myself for too long. Put it on myself, but I put it on myself for too long. Watch it an echo chamber sound like on the outside. What should it sound like? Can somebody tell me? I know this is not where I belong. Don't get close enough to listen. If you're still too far to intervene or intercept or intercede, close enough to listen. Hey, but still too far to intervene or intercept or intercede, baby. Every night I pray I find what went wrong, I put it on myself, but I put it on myself for too long, Watch it an echo chamber sound like from the outside, Every night I pray I find what went wrong. A better time to realize that something may have gone wrong. Even though it hurts me to say it's not to blame, but it took so long, took so long, took so long.
Yes. Smooth like warm butter. Smooth like warm butter, just gliding there. Beautiful
Thank you.
vocals, beautiful melodies, beautiful voice. And talk about it. This is your moment.
Oh, okay. This one, I might get a little emotional on this.
Let
one. I
it
hope
be.
not.
Let it rip.
So, recently I had a conversation, about with some friends about like what it means to be neurodiverse in like the permutation that I find myself in. And I described it kind of as like, again, like what does an echo chamber sound like from the outside? It feels like I was born into like a generations long inside joke that I just never got, I never got hip to it. So like every time I would try to like, every time I would try to ask or tap in and be like, oh, what are you laughing about? The answer always seems to be, oh, you had to be there. And it can be like a little lonely and a little sad.
Right. And right. And those things are valid, and those are all emotions that we need to feel in some time, sometime in our lives. And actually embrace those feelings and not run away from them or try not to cry. So, girl, this show is yours. Cry if you want to, dance if you need to, laugh if you want to. All of it's welcome. You know what I mean? Because those feelings are valid. Those feelings we all feel. I feel you 110%. I feel your emotions run through your voice when you're singing. I feel you when you're not even speaking at times. Sometimes silence can be loud. So that's okay. That's valid. It's beautiful, Ro. We feel it in your experience, and I love that you call it an experience, because now you're making us feel what you feel, and sometimes we don't understand it, and sometimes we may misinterpret it, right? But then I'm happy that you could have an opportunity to speak about it, so that we can now, those who don't understand or misunderstand you, can have a chance to know where you come from, and they need to meet you where you are. Thank you so much, Ro, for coming and making it today to Thabisa and Friends. I truly appreciate you. Keep on creating, keep on writing, and also I think you should add when you introduce yourself that you are a producer, because you are.
Yes,
so put that on your website. Also, you are a producer, because you do produce your music.
I do.
Don't shy away from that. We might just come back to you again. Should you have anything you want to add, or anything that's coming up to? I might want to come back and see what we should expect from you on Saturday. But I'm gonna just jump quickly to Brian as well, so that I make sure I cover him as well. The Moon Shells. Brian, tell us about the Moon Shells. I don't know if I've heard a lot about Moon Shells. I don't know, because I I'm hectic. I'm everywhere. I'm doing so much. But I'm like, how did I miss? I mean, I know a little bit about it, but now you need to tell me, so like you educate me about the Moon Shells, please.
So we are a 5-piece band. There's Maggie Shar, Laura Murawski, me, Molly Merritt, and Charlie Shaw. And we met through the Appalachian fiddle scene. We just got together all the time for years, and we just played together and played together and played together. And over the years, people went from like, hey, you guys sound good together, to, are you guys a band? To finally someone said, it is really stupid that you're not a band. You sound, you play together so well. How are you not a band? And we went, well, okay, maybe we should be a band. And we started writing songs together. And that's pretty much it. So we pull, we're very like folk musicians, and so we love Appalachian stuff. We love stuff from Louisiana. We love things from West Africa. And as in town, all I do is play like Eastern European music and jazz.
Right.
I have to leave town to play. That I was describing. But the long and the short of it is that as we wrote songs, we realized like the themes that have emerged now that we're like 2.5 albums into writing songs together is that like we tend to write songs that are basically about like dealing with adaptation and change. There's a lot of songs about learning how to live with climate change, learning how to address racial injustice, learning how to come to terms with our history, and how do we move forward as a community. All of those kind of like big questions, and the fun of it is trying to figure out how to write songs about these things that we're passionate about, but do it in a way that brings some joy to it. Sort of say like, we can do this together. We can do this, with a lot of like hope, and at the same time, like without minimizing the incredible problems that we face. Right. There's something to be said for trying to figure out how to make a voice for that feels positive and hopeful, and also to sort of make it maybe a little irresistible. Like, why wouldn't you want to be a part of this?
Right. So
Yeah.
like right, and Brian, you've been doing this. This is like not your like your first rodeo or anything like that. You've always been in the industry, whether behind the scenes as somebody who even just covers musicians and follow the culture and just write a tailing artists to find out what they're doing, especially in the folk world as well. And I know that you are passionate about community as well, like your video that one of the videos you have is you've put up a number of people in the community and ask them to sort of be part of the music, be part to show what community like looks like and who we are here. And also, yeah, Brian started a radio station. That's right. Nicole's making a point that again, Brian started a radio station. That is it.
Wondering why I have this fancy microphone.
I was gonna say, I'm like, listen, the next time you come to my house, don't bring your china in my house, okay? I don't have china. I go to what's that place again? I was gonna say, we would buy clothes for 10 cents. I forget. It's not the Red Cross. But what I'm saying is that I get my plates at Red Cross. Don't bring your china to my house when I'm inviting you, because that mic is good, okay? That mic is
That's my new best friend.
So tell us about the video that I'm going to pull up, and also tell us what should we expect on March 6th.
Yeah, great. So I'll start with the second one first. We try to we love playing as a 5-piece because we can be sort of like big and loud, but we also love playing as a smaller group. Like when we get together socially, we don't always all get together, and that's fine. And so on Saturday it'll be 3 of us. It'll be Maggie and Laura and myself, and it's been really fun figuring out how to make the songs work for a trio. The 3 of us have been playing together for so long, and it is really lovely to get together to practice songs because we really just enjoy spending time with each other, and to be able to like play things that we've created communally, which it is really true. Like I don't know who wrote what anymore. It's like by the time these songs go through the mill, it's like someone be like, "Did you come up with this?" I'm like, "I don't know anymore." The words, the music, it's all mixed up.
Right.
But so the 3 of us will play, and there'll be a lot of instrument switching, and it should be we're really pleased by how we sound these days, because we just we're relying on so much history together. It's a lovely thing. So we hope to be able to communicate all of those things.
I'm there. I'm here for it. I'm here for it, and I'm looking forward to all of you. Like I said to you guys, I'm really impressed about the lineup. And for those who don't know, I am part of the City Folk board. So you're going to be seeing a lot of deliciousness like this. I'll make sure there's deliciousness happening as well. And even if I throw a little bit of my 10 cents there or 2 cents there, but I think this year is going to be great. We don't quite know exactly, like Nicole was saying earlier on too, that we changing as the times change, as the environment of COVID changes as well. We're finding out that, because we want to also keep you safe, we want to make sure that you still get the music, because you need it more than ever right now. But then also we don't just want to put you into a space like chickens in a coop and then get you guys sick. We want to make sure you get what you need, but then in a safe manner. So now I'm gonna ask Harry to pull up Brian's video, the Moon Shells.
Yeah.
Rain falls on the metal roof. It's been coming down for years.
Broken window, the people come and go in and out without a sound.
When the wind makes the lights go out, we open up our
It
ears.
starts in her hands and feet and moves us round and round.
Throw our hats in the humid air, swing and step in time and sway. And we're ready, yeah, we're ready.
That was beautiful, so heartwarming, but also I have a bone to pick on. Where's my face? You know I cannot miss out. FOMO is my like, I'm queen FOMO. So I'm like, wait, where's my face? Let's just have a talk, okay? No, I'm kidding. So okay. We have that was a beautiful song. Thank you for that. Thank you for showing us and reminding us community. Thanks to you guys. So now I know we don't have a lot of time now. We literally like have 2 minutes, 30 seconds each. If what you wanna say that you didn't get a chance to say, tell your viewers they're listening. Let us know. Ro, maybe I should go back to you because I wanted to know what you are bringing us on Saturday for your set. What should we expect from you?
Listen, just get ready to feel some things. I want to make a space for you to feel your feelings because 2020 was loaded. 2021 is looking like 2020's like rich, expensive cousin. You know what I'm saying? So please be ready to process that at least a little bit.
Right. Brian?
Oh no, I think I said my piece. I'm really looking forward to playing, and I'm looking forward to connecting to people again.
Right.
Live music. It's the best.
Absolutely. We are happy. We're looking forward to you. And Nicole?
Yes, it was such a pleasure to be on this with all of you. I'm such a huge fan, and I've been thinking this entire time, I hope I have the moments to say this.
Mm-hmm.
I've been thinking this entire time, all of these artists, as well as Steven and Eric, you're all so multifaceted. You're so incredible. I mean, in so many ways. And the most beautiful part, on top of how stupidly talented you all are, is you are the kindest people. So in the past few weeks, as I've been promoting the show, I kind of live in the space of any show that I am directing and producing. So I have been living and listening throughout my entire Sonos system of Ro, Steven, Moonshells, reading articles of Brian, reading a little bit of the book, watching, like looking at Ro's like now online store that she's offering for healing. I've been living it, and it's just like, it's incredible. And we are going to get to experience it on Saturday. So in closing, if you're watching CT Folk, we don't know what the next steps are to move safely to navigate these ways back into live music and live audiences. But you have an opportunity to jump on this Saturday to support CT Folk, to support CT-based artists,
yes,
to support a local independent music venue, and to really feel and engage in the magic of what live music is. So please, we welcome you, ctfolk.org, for the show this weekend.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. You're listening to WNHH 103.5 Thabisa Friends. Thank you for being here, guys. Thank you for everything. Bye-bye.
And when the Avma, say we pick up.